Freaking
Right freaking
now.
preparing to live stream this meeting.
Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. I like how there's no voice for that, too.
Yeah, come on.
There's a voice for, hey, you're being recorded, but not you're getting
You're
streamed
live.
live.
Wake up,
Yeah.
you're live.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, man.
Okay, so let's see how it looks. Okay, sounds good. Now we just gotta send people the link.
Really. Yeah, let's see if I can copy stream. Leap. Link. Leap. Link.
Actually, let me try to edit the name of this stream too before. Hmm.
Ah, no.
Hmm. Whoop.
Oh.
There we go. So I'm going to change that to. What did I call it? NYC actors.
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 NYC liars talk film.
Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Because actors are liars. NYC actors talk film. 50th episode. Spectacular.
Spectacular.
Mm. Uncle Buck live stream. Alright, then we'll just go back to the video, get the link. Alright, there's that link. Gonna post that on Facebook.
Nope.
You should too.
Facebook.
Facebook. Right, I just posted that on FB.
Nope. I posted too, and I'll also share. And you post it. Yep. All right. Cool. How do you want to start this?
I don't know. I didn't think we'd get this far.
Here we are.
Here we are.
I didn't think we'd get this. I didn't think we'd actually be live at this point.
At this point.
Yeah. Are we live?
We're live. We're live, baby.
NYC Actors Talk live.
NYC Live Actors Talk Live.
Talk live. We're alive.
Talk live film.
We're actors. We're alive when we're talking live. Alive Actors NYC Talk Film Live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, here we are.
Here we are. Alright, just checking the stream. Great. Let me just check the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Talk live film.
We're actors. We're alive when we're talking live. Alive Actors NYC Talk Film Live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, right.
So we are indeed live. We are thriving. We are alive.
We are alive.
I don't know if we want to wait for at least like a person or two to show up. Up to you.
I say we just jibber jabber and then we jump right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie doke. NYC Actors Talk. Uncle Buck. How do we want to start this? Oh, we have to do a monologue. Do you want to do one, right?
Oh gosh.
Yes, you want to do one, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
I always forget. I always forget that we have to do a monologue because usually we have a guest here.
Right.
Do
usually
the monologue.
We have guests, but not this time.
Not this one. It is just. It is the NYC Actors.
So I'm gonna also record this.
Oh yeah.
Because just to also be like, hey, we recorded it. So I'm just gonna start recording. Recording this computer. See, there's a voice for that.
Yeah, but not, hey, we're broadcasting live on YouTube.
Right.
Okay. I got one. I mean, is it good?
Is it good? Who knows? We shall see.
Oh, you know what? I'll do this one. Yeah. Okay, we got it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just a second. Just going through some stuff. Emotionally. Should we post on the Instagram too? Or
yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just do like a story or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we are live. Join us for the live stream. Link in the bio. Great.
All right.
Are
we ready?
I think we are now ready.
All right. Here we go. I don't think I want to know a 6-year-old who isn't a dreamer or a silly heart. I sure don't want to know one who takes their student career seriously. I don't have a college degree. I don't even have a job. But I know a good kid when I see one. Because they're all good kids until dried out, brain-dead skags like you drag them down and convince them they're no good. You so much as scowl at my niece or any other kid in this school, and I hear about it, I'm coming looking for you. Here, take this quarter, go downtown, and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face. Good day to you, madam.
Wonderful.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Meet or enter Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck.
That's us rubbing our palms together.
Because we have something in store for you, okay?
That was good. Just do it one more time for safety, and we'll move on.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Here we are. I don't think I want to know a 6-year-old who isn't a dreamer or silly heart. And I sure don't want to know one who takes their student career seriously. I don't have a college degree. I don't even have a job. But I know a good kid when I see one. Because they're all good kids until dried out, brain dead skags like you drag them down and convince them they're no good. You so much as scowl at my niece or any other kid in the school, and I hear about it, and I'm coming looking for you. Here, take this quarter. Go downtown and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face. Good day to you, madam.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good.
Thank you, thank you. This is the NYC actors clap.
NYC actors clap?
Yeah, this is the clap. Instead of going like we go.
That's right. So yeah, when a guest or one of us does a good job with the monologue, instead of clapping, we go like this. Great, awesome. So I think we'll move on. Yeah. Beep up boop. All right, you ready to do this?
Dope, let's do it.
Let's fucking do it. I mean, I don't know how long we should wait. I don't know how this works.
I say we just go for it, and then if people miss it or something like that, they can always just go back and watch it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, you start, sir.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to NYC Actors Talk Film in our John Candy miniseries, and also we're live on YouTube, ladies and gents. I'm Hunter,
I'm Nick.
and today we are talking Uncle Buck.
What the buck?
What the fuck?
I got you there. I got you.
You did. You did.
You were taken aback. You were like, oh?
I said, oh my gosh.
Oh, good lord. He said buck.
Oh my gosh, he said Buck.
Did he just say buck? Yeah, so, yeah, we're talking Uncle Buck today. 1989, John Hughes movie. Another John Hughes movie. We just did Planes, Trains, Automobiles. Now we're doing this. Double feature.
Heck yeah.
John Hughes double feature.
And Double Jack Candy double feature.
Oh, that's true. Hunter, your mic is a little iffy.
Is it?
I don't know if you're in a echoey room or something, but
Oh, no, it's the one that I was doing it in.
maybe get closer to the mic.
Wait, how about now? That's
Sorry?
good. That's
No, it's even worse.
Is it really?
Yeah. Oh, we got a couple people watching right now, I think.
Really?
That might be us, though. I don't know.
No, I clicked off of it.
Okay, so at least like 2 other people are listening, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you sound worse, actually, so maybe go back to the other setting.
How about now?
Oh, keep talking.
Hello, 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 hello.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
Very good. What the buck is going on here? Odd hour, please. My good friend Mukhtar, his video game live stream channel. So he's popping in to say hi. What's up, Odd Hour? We're doing Uncle Buck, baby.
Uncle Buck. Nick, have you seen this movie before?
No, I have not seen this movie before.
Me neither. Look at us, first timers.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Uh-uh.
uh, so, Nicholas, first thoughts, impressions?
Yeah, so before we jump into our thoughts on Uncle Buck, welcome to the NYC Actors Talk Film 50th episode spectacular. This is a regular episode, but not really.
But not
Be-
really.
because we're live streaming. I don't know where I was going with that. But this is not a regular episode of NYC Actors Talk Film. We are live streaming, baby. And we have a monitor here to look at the chat throughout the episode. I'd like to introduce our moderator, Baby Yoda. I don't know if you can see him because there we go. There he is. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Wave, little buddy. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. He's a little shy, so he's not going to talk to us. But believe me, for people who are listening and not watching, Baby Yoda is indeed here with us.
He's in the studio. Yeah.
He's in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yeah. So welcome to the live stream, Uncle Buck. What the buck? How you've been? How have you been, fellas? Oh, we're good. Odd hour. Thank you for asking. Anyway, so yeah, I've never seen Uncle Buck before. This was one of the movies that he's well known for, obviously. It's a huge movie for him. It's a huge movie in general. It's pretty popular. You know, people say like, oh, you know, so, usually in the 40 to 50s age range, you know, people are like, oh, one of my favorite comedies. Mm-hmm. And so I was pretty excited to watch it. It's also so popular that it spawned a TV show. If you don't know,
It spawned.
Yeah. It spawned a 1-season long TV show. None of the original cast came back, obviously. John Hughes was not involved. He kind of didn't even know it was going on until, I don't know, someone from the show was like, oh, can we take like archive footage from the movie for this episode or whatever? And John Hughes was like, oh, Uncle Buck's show? What the buck?
Nobody asked me. Nobody asked me.
And then, so that didn't fall through, and then they made a Uncle Buck show in 2016. Did you know this?
No. What are you talking? That was not very long ago.
All right. For those listening, you can't see it, but I'm gonna show Hunter the poster for the 2016 Uncle Buck.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
There it is.
Oh.
It's Uncle Buck.
Oh.
So they tried to, you know, racial flip it, which in and of itself isn't a bad idea, but apparently it was so poorly received that it only produced 8 episodes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just all you got to do is look at it, and you're like, oh, it probably wasn't like top notch, like comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, and also the show is based on like the 80s comedies. Are they ever good? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it rarely works out. You know, there's a Ferris Bueller show too.
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Basically all the John Hughes movies have like terrible either spin-offs or fake sequels, because they're not real sequels, because no one from the original movies were involved in any way. You know, so you know, and you know, John Hughes movies, you know, those were like the big movies of that time.
Yeah, I mean, just go watch the movie. Just go watch the OG movie. Don't try to. It's all for money. Money grabs. I call money grabs.
Money grabs.
Money grabs.
Get your money grabs here.
Get your money grabs here. Get your money grabs.
Come on, we got an Uncle Buck show.
Look at it.
Check it out. Come on, you know you want it, right?
Right?
Right? Yeah.
You somebody who asked for this? Somebody asked. No, nobody asked. Oh,
Somebody asked for this, right?
right? Oh, whatever. Do 8 episodes.
Uncle Buck. What the buck?
What the fuck?
So yeah, I'm curious what you think of this movie. So this is your first time too, as you said, right?
Yeah, I really wanted to like this movie. I wanted to love it, I should say. I really wanted to love it. and I just couldn't fully 100% get into it for some reason. I think they needed to dive a little deeper into the characterization for me. It just seemed very
Could you, sorry, a little closer to the mic?
yeah, yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, just consciously, I guess. Just remember
Cool, cool,
to,
cool.
because for whatever reason today, it doesn't sound
Oh,
as good as before.
of course, it's today.
Yeah, of course.
On our
During our
50th
live stream.
anniversary live stream, it's today. Um, yeah, it just felt very base level to me, the movie. Some good comedic moments. I laughed. I did. I laughed a few times. But it didn't quite do what Planes, Trains, and Automobiles did for me. But that's just me. I'm interested to hear your take on it, though.
Yeah, I was pretty excited too, just because I've heard good things about it. Uh, I'm kind of, I'm kind of the same way, Hunter. I really wish I liked this movie more than I did, but I thought it was okay. Like it was cute, you know. I definitely didn't like hate it. There are definitely worse movies out there, and more problematic John Hughes movies,
Mhm.
but yeah, this one is just like I don't know. It's like white bread. It's like it tastes fine. It's serviceable. It gets the job done. But at the end of the day, are you gonna remember that white bread?
No,
No,
I like
no.
Uncle Buck is just white bread.
It's white bread.
It's such a good analogy for this movie because you're so right. It is the only thing that I will remember from this movie is what is behind you there, I think. Like the interesting, like, there he is. The interesting, like, horror elements to it that
Yeah.
were like just an interesting choice to put in this movie. But that I think is what is memorable about it. Um, and that and Macaulay Culkin.
Right. Yeah. Macaulay
Oh,
Macaulay Culkin is quite good in this. I think. I mean, he's just cute. You know, he's just a cute little boy saying like grown up things, and that's funny. You know, like
oh,
that's the kind of charm of him. You know, he's saying like these things an adult would say, and that's funny. Like you know, it's you can you know, it's pretty basic on that level, but you know what? It works for a reason.
oh, I realized how much of a simple man I am. I literally was like, oh, little kid doing the dishes, acting grown up, phone rings, says, do I got to do everything around here? That's my kind of comedy right there. That is my kind of comedy.
Exactly. And that you
Um,
know, I'm a simple man too, Hunter.
we're
Sometimes
sim-
I just want a little boy to say that he himself is a kid, and he knows he's a kid, and he knows he's not fully developed yet.
um, I I feel like there's so many things to talk about with this movie.
There's so many things, but also not so many things to talk about.
Literally, so much happens in this movie, but does anything really happen?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, where do we even start, Hunter?
So, all right, let's just start with the basics. All right. So the plot of this movie is it's his parents, they got three kids, and all of a sudden the mom's father has a heart attack. And she wants anybody but Uncle Buck to come watch these kids. But it is such late notice, they have to leave so soon that they call John Candy and he comes over very quick. And he he hasn't seen the kids in like a very long time. Like he's driving and he's struggling to remember their names and stuff,
Right.
which I liked. I think I liked when it starts off. I like the premise here. You know, it's a very classic premise, I feel.
Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely agree. Do you know the actors who were considered for Uncle Buck before Tom Candy? Tom Candy.
Tom
Excuse
Candy.
me. Tom Candy. Oh, because I'm looking at the names right now. I think that's why it was a
Is it
Freudian
Tom,
slip.
is it Tom
Um,
Hanks?
yes.
You know,
Tom Hanks was considered for the role of Uncle Buck, as well as, and I'll list them all here. Uh, Before John Candy took the role, these actors were considered for Uncle What the Buck. John Goodman, Bill Murray, Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Steve Martin, Michael Keaton, Tim Allen, George Wendt, Dan Aykroyd, Ed O'Neill, Jim Belushi, Dudley Moore, John Travolta, Joe Joe Pesci. Wait for it. Robin Williams.
Give me the Robin cut, dude.
Give me the
Give me the
Robin
Robin
cut.
cut. Okay, I was about to make that joke about Tom Cruise, but I didn't actually think that. But I think I actually think that about the Robin Williams. I think he would have done a very good job. Um,
I'm not even done yet. I'm
oh
almost
boy.
though. Danny DeVito and Jack Nicholson. Now I think Danny DeVito was like one of the very first like we want this actor to play Uncle Buck, and nothing against John Candy, nothing against the man, but I think Danny DeVito would have been a better fit for the role.
You think?
Yeah, nothing against John Candy, but I think he's and critics I believe have also said this about his performance, but he's just too nice. Like he's because like the concept, the premise of this movie is, oh, this crazy like kind of shady uncle is like babysitting these kids,
Mhm.
and so the contrast should be so sharp that that's the comedy. You know what I mean? That's the funny. That's the funny. But
That,
that's you know what I mean. Like that's the funny part about the premise is that like he's so sleazy almost that like compared to like everyone else that's the comedy.
yeah. One of my problems with this movie is that it felt like there was like very little journey about it. Like he all of a sudden like apparently he's sleazy, but then he shows up and he's like he cares. You know what I mean? He's like making breakfast, maybe not the best breakfast in the world, but he's like trying. You know. And then at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, I like kids. It's like, well, you liked them before. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like you're weird and you have this weird thing with the oldest daughter or whatever that's like kind of a like a shithead. I'm trying to think of like a better term, but yeah, it just felt like there was very little journey. But I think that you're right. It would have been better if they casted somebody, even like, I mean, Tom Cruise would have drastically changed the movie. But like, oh, sleazy. You know what I mean? Like sleazy gambler.
Right.
Like, yeah, like, that's a very good thing for him. Whereas John Candy, it's like, oh, you're already lovable. Like how we were talking about planes, trains, and automobiles, where it's like, oh, you can't help but like care about him because he's just so like he's such a nice guy.
Exactly, and I think I Dave Thomas said this in his in John Candy's documentary, but like there are stars that just play themselves, and I think in some ways that was John Candy, that like like he was playing himself, and what himself was this kind lovable guy, but when it comes to like wildly different like choices or a different energy for other characters, like that's not really what he does, and that's fine.
Hmm?
Like that's totally cool, but like like he usually plays the lovable guy, and we love that for him. And we
Yeah,
love that because he's great in these movies, but I think this is the movie where even though I think he didn't do a bad job by any means, I was like, oh, okay, like this is maybe not entirely the right role for him.
I agree, and the actress's name is slipping on me, but the woman that plays his love interest. Um,
I don't
yeah,
know.
she. Oh, sorry. Something that I thought was really fun is that because she's in Field of Dreams, right? She plays the wife of Kevin Costner, and the little girl in the movie also in Field of Dreams. Thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, but I really wanted to buy their relationship, and I didn't. And I think it's like I don't know. It just like he's such a sleazy guy apparently, but also has this like really nice woman that
Yeah, I
really
think
loves him.
like once again, I think it was if it was played by Danny DeVito, and like we see that character change, it would have worked a lot more. But yeah, because he's already kind of likable, and he's already like like yeah, like they're trying to make him out like yeah, he's late to things and like he doesn't keep his promise. But like I don't believe it necessarily.
Yeah.
Like I wish I did more. And once again, I think he's doing good work in the movie. Like I'm not really throwing his performance, uh, but yeah, I just think it was a bit of a miscast. But he does well for what he's doing. When it's crazy, he can do the crazy parts well. And yeah, I think like yeah, just to go through some of the important plot beats of the
Mhm.
movie. Um, yeah, so John Candy is like yeah, he's taking care of the kids. He what the fuck happens in this movie?
I know. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like he's taking care of the kid, and there's a lot of like comedic beats. Like one that happens way later in
Sorry,
the.
this kind of broke me. I was like really trying to remember, and I watched this last night. I watched
I,
this last night.
oh, I watched it like this morning. So, which is interesting because like planes, trains, and automobiles. Again, very memorable. I remember like a lot of the things that happened in that movie, specifically like in order. This
Right.
movie, I'm like, it's also just like jambled in my head. Like I
Yeah.
remember the pancake bit. I remember the Macaulay Culkin washing the dishes bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
also, apparently, what's it called Stephanie walked in while I was watching it, and she was all like, and she started laughing, and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "This is a trend on TikTok," and and I was like, "What?" So apparently, there's a trend on TikTok where it's Macaulay Culkin and John Candy, and it's the scene where he's asking the questions, like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
what about
Which
this?"
is before you get into that,
Hmm?
that is my favorite scene of the movie.
Mine too.
And actually, to give it a little bit of backstory, Macaulay Culkin obviously was very young. He was 8, and so he's not a professional yet. The Home Alone days are not ahead of him quite yet,
But almost,
but almost.
almost.
And we'll get into that. But
Mhm.
but yeah, so he was having trouble trying to remember those lines because it's in that scene because it's so fast, like the back and forth. So John Candy, what he did was he wrote the lines, like when it cuts to Macaulay Culkin, like if he was having any trouble with the lines, like John Candy would have the lines, I think on his forehead. If that's not true, uh,
Call them out.
I'm a liar, like
Mm.
all actors are.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure if he didn't write it on his head, he at least wrote them down so he can remember them, which was like a really sweet gesture, especially for like an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? Because it's so fast, the back and forth. Like I, even I would have trouble like doing
Well,
that stuff.
yeah, like today, I'd have
Yeah,
trouble.
today exactly.
But yeah, he's also like, I mean, him and the other little girl too. They're very impressive in the movie. I thought like their performances are like
Yeah,
great.
the little girl's adorable, and like her lines are like genuinely funny, and how she says them are so like just innocent and funny. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the kids in this.
Mhm.
I wish we kind of got to see more of a journey for the relationship between Uncle Buck and the kids because, or at least even if it's not a journey, like let's just like live more into like what Uncle Buck means to these kids.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Something that I thought during this movie, I was like, where are the kids? They disappear for a good chunk of this movie, right?
Where the buck are the kids?
Where the fuck are the kids? I was like, this this was the most compelling part of this movie is seeing him with the children, and now it's gone. What's happening? And I
Yep.
don't remember what happened in that portion of the movie. I think that's why it's so like there's a part of it that's lost.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's. I'm kind of struggling to remember what
Hmm?
even happens. Okay, well, let's start with the relationship he has with the 15-year-old girl. Um,
Yes.
the rebellious teenager who doesn't like him, and we never. I guess we can allude to the fact that he wasn't there for years. That's why she's pissed.
I guess,
I
but
just
she's
wish they addressed it more if that's like really the case.
yeah, but she also was pissed. I think she's just like a stereotypical angsty teenager for like no reason because she's also pissed at the parents too.
Right.
So I don't know, but yeah, when Uncle Buck first gets there, he's making breakfast and he's like doing like he's trying,
Yeah.
And then there's a phone call that happens that it's the Macaulay Culkin thing, and he's talking to the mom. And then she picks up the phone, the angsty teen, and is like totally lying to the mother, being like, "Yeah, like he's crazy, he's doing a terrible job, and like he's scary or whatever." And I was like, "You're a liar." Like it would have been a lot better if he was a lot more sleazy and like he was like just like crazy.
So in other words, he's an actor.
John Candy's an actor, everybody.
Because all actors are liars. Anyway, go on.
I like that bit. I do.
I know you do, honey.
But oh god. But it would have been so much better if he was sleazy. You know what? Make Uncle Buck more sleazy. The next TV show about Uncle Buck, make him more sleazy, and then maybe I'll buy it.
Who should play Uncle Buck now? If they made a remake, who would play him?
I don't know, Russell Crowe.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, can I be honest? Put Russell Crowe in that outfit right there, the hat. I think I'd buy it. I think he'd be kind of good, you know?
Yeah.
Because he can be funny, and he can also be sleazy.
All right, I'm just gonna because my mind is a blank. I'm gonna look at like character actors, real quick. I'm just
Ooh.
gonna go through the lists.
Jack Black.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Yes,
Huh.
yes. Jack Black would have been a good Uncle
Yeah.
Buck. Yeah.
I'm still sticking by my Russell Crowe unless I hear somebody better from you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
think
see.
so.
Um.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You know who actually would? You know who actually would? You know who they'd actually cast?
Yeah.
Fucking James Corden. Dude, they'd cast him right away, man.
Oh
And
wait. Can you say that again? It was a little glitchy.
you know who they'd actually cast? James Corden. And you freaking know it. You know they'd actually cast him.
Fuck. You're right.
You know him. And
Oh, sorry. Wait. Sorry. Buck. You're right. Excuse me.
excuse yourself. And in an Uncle Buck musical.
Actually, anytime we say fuck for the rest of this episode, can we say buck instead?
I will try my absolute best.
All right, try your best.
You fucking know it, man.
Okay, good. Just checking.
We're off to a good start.
Yeah, Jack Black. Uh, um, what's that guy? Um, well, if James Gandolfini was still around, he would have been a good Uncle Buck. He would have been a great Uncle Buck, actually. I think that would have been like the perfect choice.
Really?
If he was still with us, yeah, because like without getting too much into the Sopranos, like, you know, I think Tony Soprano has those two sides to him that like he's shady, you know, he's a murderous mob boss, but he can also play sweet, loving family man. So I
Mhm.
think though those two sides to him,
Mhm.
uh, I think he would have played that well in this movie.
That would have been.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna go with James. Yeah, I'll go James Gandolfini. You go James Corden.
yes.
Yeah,
Or
are you sticking with that decision, sir?
I don't think I'd want to see it, but I think the Hollywood execs want to see
You're
that.
right. You're right.
But I think,
Dude, you're so bucking right.
dude, I'm so fucking right. Maybe Vin Diesel, because we kind of got that in the pacifier.
Diesel. You know what? Actually, if because this new 2016 Uncle Buck didn't work, I think they would probably gender flip it. Like it would probably be a woman.
Oh,
Instead of making an original movie with women in it, they'll make
dude,
a female Uncle Buck movie.
starring Melissa McCarthy.
Actually, that's exactly what they would fucking do. Sorry,
Or
that's exactly what they would fucking do.
or they do who played with James Corden in Cats,
I'm
who's
sorry?
also who's also in Pitch Perfect,
Pitch Perfect.
the blonde girl.
Fuck, I forget her name. Let me look
Her.
her up. Let me look her up real quick.
Mhm.
Pitch Perfect. Keep talking though while I'm looking up.
Yeah, whoever her name is, I think she'd be perfect. And
Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson.
dude, Rebel Wilson or Melissa McCarthy or hell, both.
Sorry, I this is off topic a little bit, but Ben Platt was in the Pitch Perfect movies.
Yeah, he played the magician.
I've never seen those movies, so
Oh, well, doesn't that just make you want to watch it already? Yeah, he played the magician.
all right, let's fucking go on to the next topic. Um, Buck, what are
Yeah,
we
fuck.
what are we gonna Buck and say about this movie now?
Um, dude, everybody's just getting a glimpse into what it really takes to be the host of NYC Actors Talk Show.
It's a lot of bucking hard work.
It's fucking hard work, man.
It's bucking hard.
Fucking ah.
John Candy, Uncle Buck makes a huge pancake. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. You make a pancake.
It
And
was delicious.
they look so good,
It
dude.
looks so good.
Oh, also the monologue I almost chose while I was searching 5 seconds before we did this. I almost did the washer machine or the dryer or whatever and he's all like, "Come on, don't you want to?" Or I forget what he said.
Absolutely not. That would have been a terrible cold open.
That would have been hilarious, dude.
No, you know what would have also been a good cold open when he's talking to the dog.
That scene was kind of what I wanted from like more of the movie. That was a
Yeah.
very touching scene right there.
Yeah,
Um,
what's touching? Once again, when John Candy has the opportunity to be really sweet and have these like moments of pathos, like he'll actually like do those scenes really well.
yes.
And Yeah, I think let's just focus right now on like the relationship with Uncle Buck and the teenage girl because they're very very friction a lot of friction with the both
Mhm.
of them. Like she's trying to party and have sex, and he's like, no, no, no. Which I was also kind of confused about a little bit because, like, is it trying to say like she shouldn't hang out with her boyfriend? I mean, I guess at the end of the movie, like they're saying like he's a sleazeball, but like they didn't know that before. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, is it trying to say like don't have sex? You know what I mean? Like this weird like territorial, like oh like you have to always control your teenage girl,
mm,
like they can't go out at all, they can't do this and that, they can't like live their life at all, and if they do, like they secretly don't want to have sex, or they secretly don't want to do
yeah.
this, and like I don't know, it seemed a little one note, one sided maybe, just like I don't know, it didn't have a lot of nuance to it.
So what I think they were trying to do is that like, oh, John Candy's a sleazeball. He knows sleazeballs, but it would have paid off more if they leaned into that. So I think that that's what they were getting at, but it doesn't read that way. It doesn't come off that way.
Yeah, I just don't know who's in the right when it comes to that stuff. Like
I mean,
there's no like clear like or not even like clear what's right or what's wrong, but just like understanding both sides of like that kind of argument. Like, don't go out. Why? Like, or like who? You know what I mean? There's just no nuance there.
yeah, I think I mean, how it read to me while I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, John Candy's he's like a he's kind of nuts." But then, as you said, like like he was right at the end, that the guy was terrible.
Right.
Um,
Right, because that could have been like a character flaw, or like they could have explored like, oh, why is he so like overly protective?
because he got hurt when he was that age, or they could have dived into it a little more.
Right.
Which, I mean, he showed. I mean, and in a John Hughes movie, he showed us in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles that he can like take on that emotional weight of a character.
Yeah,
Which,
exactly. Like he can handle it. The movie just doesn't give him any moments to do that.
except in the scene with the dog,
Except except for the scene where he's talking to the bucking dog.
to the bucking dog, dude, and he pours a little beer in his water thing, and he's like, "Little for you, little for me." And I like that. I like that. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, as you said too, John Candy is like very good in this movie. And everybody I think in the movie is like pretty solid. Oh, another plot point that's really weird. Who's played by Laurie Metcalf?
Right, and I recognized her voice, and then I was like, "That's Laurie Metcalf." And so I look it up. It was Laurie Metcalf, and
Yeah,
she shows up in two scenes. She's pretty funny in it, I guess.
who doesn't look? She does not look the same. I had no idea. She
Yeah,
doesn't.
I is
How
it a
it,
wig? Is it like the makeup she's wearing? I don't know.
I think it's the makeup. It has to be makeup because like
Yeah.
nobody changes that crazy when they age. You know what I mean?
Man, people thought the transformation with Heath Ledger as the Joker was crazy.
But have you seen Laurie Metcalf and Uncle Buck? Unrecognizable.
You're not gonna bucking believe who's in this movie. Laurie Metcalf
Laurie
is in
Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Um, which literally that character was only there so the payoff of like Field of Dreams woman, Shawnee's sister character name I think, walking in on them like weirdly dancing. But that's the only reason. There's like a plot point, you know. There has to be something that comes between them, you know.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. So we kind of get to the end of the movie, uh, and like yeah, so she's going out. Um, Uncle Buck is concerned for whatever reason. Um, and so we're cutting to like the party, and then Uncle Buck's going to the party. He's driving the Beast, which which is a pretty charming like movie car.
yeah, no, I was thinking while watching it too. I was like, this car is like a character in itself.
Honestly, I think the best character of the movie is the car, the Beast.
Honestly, yeah, it carries a lot of emotional weight of the movie. Um,
Yeah.
it kind of shows where Uncle Buck is at in his life.
Oh, could you say that clean again?
Oh,
Sorry, I think it was glitchy.
it carries a lot of emotional weight of the movie, and it kind of shows where Uncle Buck is at in his life. You know?
Exactly. The chemistry the car has with Uncle Buck,
Oh, it's perfect.
impeccable.
Impact, Bucking impact.
Bucking impeccable. If we were doing MVP for the movie, it would be the car, the Beast.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're cutting back and forth. Uncle Buck's going to get her. She's about to make a huge mistake, I guess, and have sex with the guy. But then we realize, oh, it's a different girl, and actually, um, the daughter of Uncle Buck's father's family. What's her name?
I oh god, the
Tia.
daughter.
Tia. Tia.
Yeah, yeah.
Tia is somewhere else. She is just walking around, uh, and I guess her character arc is over because I guess she realized what she was doing was wrong and that she was mean. Uh, what the buck is this movie?
And then her and Uncle Buck have a nice conversation, and he's like, "I was right. Oh yeah, he's in the trunk of my car."
Which that was kind of funny. And if it was James Gandolfini playing that role, I think it would be even funnier. Yeah.
But it was also like I get that it's trying to be funny, and it was funny, right? But it also like,
It also went on too long, I think.
well, like just that part too. It's like I thought Uncle Buck was like funny, but no, he's like he just kidnapped like a 16-year-old boy in the back of his truck. Oh,
It's my phone. Just a second.
I think it's Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda? Yeah, wait a
Baby
second.
Yoda.
Hey, Baby Yoda? Yeah, I thought you were moderating the chat, dude. Where are you? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll let him know. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I fucking love you, Baby Yoda. All right. Kissy, kissy. Bye,
Oh,
bye.
oh boy. Oh gosh.
So that was Baby Yoda. He left the studio. He is not there anymore. I don't know where he went. I thought he was right here, but Baby Yoda, the moderator of this live stream, is gone, but he'll be back.
Oh, you can't trust him.
You
What are we
can't
paying him
trust.
for?
Do we pay him?
I thought
What?
now we know why he walked out. We're not paying him.
We're not paying him. We're not
He said,
bucking paying him.
I'm done with this fucking crap. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say it on air. Buck Baby Yoda.
A hot take.
Hot take.
And I agree.
Wait, what?
And I agree.
Finally, we agree on something Star Wars. But yeah, so just to kind of wrap up, um, I think the reconciliation with him and the girlfriend is nice. We kind of see them banter at the end of the movie when they're saying goodbye, like the parents are back and everything, and they're bantering, leaving. Bye. Oh, hey, look what I have to deal with here. And it's like, that's cute. It's not really developed or it's not really earned, but I think that moment is sweet. And like, they're all saying goodbye. Tia looks at Uncle Buck. They smile at each other. Roll credits. So like, even though it's not an earned ending, sorry, it's not an earned ending by any means. I did leave the movie thinking, oh, okay, well that wasn't all bad. Like it was all right. Like I'm not gonna remember it. It's white bread, but I do. Let's talk about Uncle Buck. Let's talk about John Candy's performance some more. But I overall, yeah, I thought it was completely like split down the middle. Like, okay.
Yeah. I I mean I'd have to agree. Yeah, John Candy, he helms the movie very well. Like, I feel like up to now, anyway, in this miniseries, it's kind of been like, oh, I mean, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, he was like a main character, right? But it was also like Steve Martin, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But this movie,
by the way, sorry.
yeah.
The story that I was telling you about with Macaulay Culkin and John
Mm.
Candy, he wrote the lines on his hand.
Ah.
I knew it was. I knew it was some body part.
I
But
love
anyway,
it.
go on.
I love it. Um, uh, uh, um, oh, up to now in this miniseries, like he's kind of been like the side character. You know what I mean? But this, it's like, oh, he's in every single scene of this movie. He is the lead of this movie, and he does it. I wish that the script and I wish the movie handled him better, but he handles this like the movie very well.
That's
For
true.
what
He
it,
does. He. Sorry. Go ahead.
just for what it is, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like he definitely holds his own in
Mhm.
this, and as much as I really would have liked them to explore this character of Buck more, I do think this movie does show kind of like how it showed that Robin Williams could hold a movie in a World According to Garp. Um, not as bad as Garp, not as bad.
Yeah,
Um, but just like that movie, it shows that John Candy could hold his own. That he could do a movie where he's not the funniest character, or he's not like just cracking jokes or
yeah.
whatever. Like sometimes he could just be the main character and he can have his own struggles or whatever. Once again, I wish those struggles were explored more or whatever. But like they're there if you want to look at like like on paper like okay like this is Uncle Buck's problem that he has to solve or whatever. Um, but yeah, I think it's a decent performance. I just really think the movie is kind of failing him, and I don't know. I guess it's a hot take because people like this movie. I
I
think.
mean,
I
I don't,
think.
I don't know.
But do people? But all sorry. But also like, do people actually talk about this movie? Do people say like, "Hey, Uncle Buck, one of the best comedies," or like, do you ever go on the street and someone's like, "Hey, have you seen Bucking Uncle Buck?"
do you ever just go on the street and you hear somebody talk about Uncle? You ever just go out on the street, out on the town, and just whip up a conversation with somebody about Uncle Buck?
Because I know I haven't.
Hell no.
Hell no. I don't think I ever. I don't think that'll ever happen in my bucking life.
Buck no, dude.
I'll say that again.
I said Buck no, dude.
But
Oh,
yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, that we're obviously missing some key things, of course, yada yada yada. But like overall, I like John Candy, and I like what he's trying to do here. It's just the movie is kind of, you know, it's fine.
yeah. I mean, and especially like I talked to Stephanie briefly after I watched the movie, and I was like, I want to like what I'm telling you is like, oh, I wanted to love it, and then she was saying like, oh, like I don't know if John Candy's known for like the movies that he's in. He's kind of just known for like the performances that he gives. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. I'm starting to realize that too.
Yeah,
As and I love him in Planes, Trains, but yeah, like some of these other movies, and at least in our opinion, uh, are like just kind of the time and like a little like whatever. But like he always stands out in them, and I think like his work in like SCTV and
mhm.
like and like his live performances and sketch comedy work. Like I think that's a big part of his success.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like it's an admirable thing to like be in some like lackluster movies for lack of a better word, but always be like memorable. Like he's John Candy. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows that name,
Yeah, he
you
was
know?
this comedic force that even if the movie wasn't that great, people would go see it and enjoy him in it.
Exactly. And that's pretty amazing
Yeah,
to be.
and and just to be a little more positive, like he has some good scenes in this movie. Once again with the kids, like his timing's great. Like once again that scene where Macaulay Culkin and him are going back and forth. I laughed really loud like during that part. Like I really liked that part. Like I was like that was actually one of the only times I really like genuinely laughed at something in the movie because it was his timing and Macaulay Culkin's timing and their chemistry. Actually, what's funny is like Christopher Columbus, who's the director of Home Alone,
Mhm.
watched his performance and he was like, "Oh, he's great." And John Hughes was like, "Oh, you're doing this Home? I want to do this Home Alone movie." Actually, it was based off of a scene where Macaulay Culkin is like looking through the what is it the door thing.
The mail drop thing.
Yeah, the mail drop.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
like the moment where like he's imagining like other people are there and then you like actually see like people there and then they're not there. It's like, a trick of the mind, like it's just like a kid being paranoid. But
Uh,
like that was like such an inspired scene that they were like, "Oh, he needs to be in something else. Let's make Home Alone and have that kind of premise of like a kid alone, his imagination is running wild, and everything." So that scene was kind of the origin of the Home Alone movies.
yeah, I figured that it was, or yeah, just because it was very Home Alone. Like you even see like the burglars or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's like, oh, that's such a cool like, even like knowing that Home Alone was made and like watching it now, it's like a cool callback almost.
Yeah,
You know.
and and also here's an interesting John Candy story during the filming of this movie. It was like a long day. It was a long day of filming, and excuse me, can't even talk. It was a long day of filming. John Candy was hanging out at several bars one night. And just like he always does. He's making everyone happy. He's talking to everybody. Everyone's having a great time, but it was like a long night, and it was like a crazy night. Um, Actually, John Hughes, apparently heard like on a radio thing, like what exactly happened that night. Before they filmed the next day, and so John Candy um, was like, or sorry, John Hughes was like, "Oh, John, so I know what happened last night. Are you like good to like shoot the movie?" And Candy explained like, "Oh, well, Buck is disheveled and whatever. Like it actually works, right? Like it'd be all right if I walk on set like this."
Mm.
And John Hughes was like, "No, we're stopping today's filming. Get some rest, Candy."
Whoa.
So that was interesting because
Ooh.
you mentioned another story where John Candy was out late with Jack Nicholson, and
Yeah.
but it didn't end as unwell as this story does.
Yeah, that's that's really like kind of sad.
Yeah, because at first it's like, oh, fun, like he's
Mhm.
just partying, and now, we're at the time of his life where it's like, you're, we have to like stop. We can't film. Like you're not
Yeah.
ready. Like you're not up for the job because you've been drinking and partying all night.
Eesh, that is like that's heavy.
Yeah, so I
Heavy.
thought, not a fun fact per se, but or maybe it is because it's like it was such a wild time and like, whoa, John Hughes found out and it was like this crazy
Mhm.
thing. But like, but it does goes to show that, like this was kind of the beginning of his kind of fall into, a fall health wise, and everything,
Yeah.
like someone said this in our Stripes episode. I think it was our guest, but Xander. But he said, like he knew he wasn't too long for this world
Mhm.
and everything. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting. Not a fun fact, but I thought it was an interesting story.
but a fact nonetheless.
That is a
Um,
fact.
yeah. So, do you want to do final thoughts or
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah?
So I'm giving this as I said, split down the middle, 5 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not good. John Candy's doing his best. It's just a regular standard comedy to me. And I wish it was more, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. 5 out of 10. Um, it. I mean, yeah, literally everything that you said. Not bad, not good. Some funny moments. I did laugh. But I'm not gonna remember much about it except for like a few moments of John Candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
So
So
yeah,
where are you putting this?
where
What's
am I
your
putting this performance? Where am I ranking this performance? I guess technically I have to give it two, like second, because he is in the movie like the whole time. Like I don't know though. It's weird because like I think I laughed more when he was in Stripes,
Mhm.
maybe, but he
Yeah,
but he has a lot less to do. So I think I have to give it this performance like number two, just because he's in it more. It's weird how this works, because
yeah.
obviously Planes Trains is number one, but
Mhm.
and it probably always will be. But yeah, I think I have to give it number two, just on the basis that like he is the lead and he can carry his own.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like I did not like Stripes. The more I think about it, the more I actually don't like it. Um,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
so that's last. Splash is third because it's not gonna be second. And then Uncle Buck is number two, and Planes Trains is number one for obvious reasons. I mean, the way that we talk about it is obvious.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, John
Yeah.
Candy.
John Candy. All right. Well, that was our Uncle Buck episode, ladies and
50th
gentlemen.
episode.
50th
50th.
episode. I can't believe it.
Oh,
We have so many more episodes to do that we want to do. Not,
yeah.
um, so yeah, this was fun, Hunter.
Yeah, dude. This has been all 50 of our episodes. This has been a blast.
Yeah. Oh, Baby Yoda is back.
Oh, back in the studio.
Oh, he's back. Oh, say hi. Wave hi. Hi.
There he is.
All right. Can you do your bucking job?
Please.
Thank you. All right.
Ah,
He's moderating the chat again.
finally.
He's looking at the chat. Um, all I gotta say before we wrap up, fuck you.
I'm sorry. That was, dude, only way to end our 50th episode. Fuck you.
All right, and that's that. So that's our episode. But I think there's one person watching right now. So if we wanted to, maybe I don't know, interact with the person here, we can do that, or do whatever you want. But Baby Yoda's gonna look at the chat.
Videos looking at the chat.
So if you have any, if anyone out there has any questions or anything you want to say to us, now is the time.
uh, Dude, 50th anniversary or 50th anniversary. We've been doing this for 50 years.
50 years.
50 years. Yeah.
50th year of NYC.
I'm so old.
I'm so old.
All right.
All right, I think that's it.
Oh.
Yeah. I know you gotta leave. You said you gotta leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
But I want to thank everybody for watching, listening, following our Instagram, all of it.
Yeah, we have like almost 50 followers on Spotify.
Dude, all 50.
Yeah,
Dude.
and I think our Stripes episode did pretty well. Like
Yeah.
I more and more people are listening to that one. So,
Dude, heck yeah. I wanted to thank all of you guys. Yeah, this is great. Many more episodes to come.
yeah. So check us out next week, where actually next week we're gonna release our Planes, Trains, Automobiles episode. Actually, let me record one more thing just to kind of let the pod. Yeah, thank you fucking much.
Fucking.
You fucking idiot. So anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, check us out next week where we'll talk. Only the Lonely. John Candy's. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I've never even heard of this movie, so this is gonna be awesome.
Never heard of it either. Never heard of this movie. But it's his one of his only dramatic roles.
Oof. I'm excited.
So yeah, and then we'll just have cool runnings after that, and then we'll be done. So yeah, tune in for that. Oh, I just got a message from Hunter. No, that was an old message. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Here's to 50 more, where we finally talk about Last Jedi. Maybe.
So ready. I'm so ready.
Oh, sorry. No, not yet.
Not
Maybe.
you. We've talked about you.
Yeah, do your bucking job and go back there and look at that. You were supposed to be our moderator tonight, you fucking idiot. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Alright, great. Now we're just gonna end the live stream. How do I do that? Stop live stream. Here we go. Bye!
Bye.
I fucking love